They got it right last time too, so it's stunning. How we all doing tonight, all right? Right, new territory, new territory. Let's see if I can say, all right, my great height, I have to adjust this. All right, well, let's see, new territory. Where should I begin? Basically, my entire existence, history thereof, in my 30-some years, okay? I don't want to tell my exact age, us guys are sensitive about that. But I hadn't had too many pyrotechnic experiences, basically. I can tell about a couple. I'll choose one for now. I had gone a few years ago, and I went overseas. I went abroad, European Union, I went to Spain. And I was excited. Yeah, Spain, let's go shout out. I could do that thing, not about what was spoken before, but trills and things like that. And I won't quite get that far. Maybe if this was a little more than 5 minutes. But in any case, I was excited about Spain. I mean, you guys have been there. It's an excellent, eye-opening, life-changing to some extent experience. It was nice. I had a little bit of misgivings, though. I was afraid. My palate is very, very limited. I basically have the taste palate of my 9-year-old nephew. I'm still into chicken fingers and French toast sticks and things like that. I tried a Portuguese burger here a few minutes ago. It was pretty good, and I had about a tenth of it, and it was okay. I took it. In any case, I was done with it. You could probably have some for yourself if you want. Anyway, in any case. But I was a little afraid. And the thing was that I was anxious about food, anxious about any wildlife that might be over there, bulls and things like that. And I was a little bit anxious about other things, and my anxiety was exacerbated by my best friend's brother, who was like, "What are you taking with you there?" And I'm like, I'll take the usual books and magazines and clothes and papers and effects and, the common sense things like my wallet. And he's like, "Oh, no, you're not going to take a wallet with you. What you have to take with you instead is what's known as a money belt." And I don't know if you know what a money belt is. It's basically a unisex rendition of what kind of looks like a garter belt, but not quite as elaborate. And it's basically a diet version of a fanny pack. You put it on, you wrap it around under your garments or whatever. Okay, you still have to wear underwear and things like that. Don't cop out on that. Okay, you have the money belt and things like that. You're especially it's a big talisman against pickpockets and things like that. My friend's like, "Oh, they're all going to rub up against you and steal things from you." Okay? And in some context, I guess it's nice to be rubbed up against, but this is a bad one or something like that. So I go over there, and a long plane ride, I haven't been on a plane in a while because I'm lame ass and things like that. I get over there, and I submit to my jet lag comatose stupor, which you do for about 6 hours or so. I get up, and I go out into the street, and I'm looking around myself, and I'm expecting Oliver Twist hell with, pickpockets left and right. And I'm walking along, and I'm looking real intrepid, trying to do my best Al Pacino, and I'm on the street, and I'm thinking of Scarface with the Hawaiian shirt waiting for the chainsaw scene. Hopefully I won't really encounter that. And I kind of see myself, because the money belt's basically turned out to a fanny pack, okay, like I say. I'm basically Tony Montana with a fanny pack, all ready and stuff, waiting. Nothing really happened, so everyone's kind of minding their business. Don't look at me like I'm a threat. And the thing is, I discover I have euros. I'm like, euros, these are great. Because I only had, my life experience with dollar bills and coins and play money and things like that. My great expanded experience of life. So I started spending euros left and right. What the hell? Buy some books and magazines, souvenirs. Everything to me is a souvenir. A friggin' leaf on the ground is a souvenir. I pay euros for that. But in any case. All right, I go around. It's nice. I come to this, I eventually, not in the same day. It's not like I wanted to be a vagabond or something like that. I went back to my hotel eventually. But another day, I go out to the park, and at the park, there's a guy, he's a Spaniard, he's out in the clearing, and he's back on his hands. It's a little bit shady. And he goes to me, kind of. He's like, "Come over to this way, come here." And I have, one of my innate talents is to be a little bit naive. So I'm like, "Oh, maybe he'll go over there. Maybe he'll show me his country wares and welcome me there. There won't be 37 people waiting to jump me." Okay. But then my inner shrewd self, tough self, my Fanny Montana knows better. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. So I avoid it, and it's a good thing, because otherwise I couldn't be here today. I probably would have been jumped. I couldn't tell you my oblique story today. But in any case, I then eventually get, and it's going to take a little while, so court's indulgence, I'm going to turn. Anyway, the thing is that, here's the thing, right? I eventually go, because I have a limited palate and stuff. So I go to that bastion of cuisine for all Americans all over the world that Spain is known for. Burger King. And I go there, and I go to a booth, and there are a trio of very pretty young Spaniard ladies, and they're looking at me and laughing, like, yeah, and stuff. And they say to me, they go, "Nosotros somos gitanas," which means, like, we're gypsies. And I'm like, "Oh, well, you're cute," and stuff like that. And I think of my best friend, no, they're gonna steal from you. So, you know, I'm like, you know, I've had it, like, I'm in no mood, so I just say to them, "¿Qué hacen este fin de semana?" Which means, what are you doing for the weekend? And then, like that, they all disappear. It's like opposite gender repellent or something. I'm not bad at that. So, they all go away and stuff. I'm spending yours left and right. And I realized in the end, and MC event before said you have to have a moral to the story, you have to watch out. Probably the person who steals most from you is yourself. I didn't realize that the euro was meant so much to the dollar, so I thought I was spending $50. With euros, it's like 60 or 70. So I came home kind of broke. Fact is, you have to watch out, be frugal. That's the moral of the story for today, boys and girls. No Scarface monetary prophylactic will protect you from that. No money belt or fanny pack. So be very frugal. That's my new term for restoring in Spain. Thank you.